Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the stuff we did not get to during the course of the show today. Today is an exciting day as we are going to go for our show outing.
These are fun.
We have a working lunch, but then after that we have our movie day, which we try to do once a month now. And I really enjoy that. I think it's a lot of fun. But I'm really looking forward to lunch. I'm hungry, and I know I'm going to splurge on calories today. Do you ever think about that, Gavin? Because you're trying to lose weight. Mm-hmm. So it's a real pain when you're like, oh, we're going to go to lunch, and then, like, so you just like, okay, I'm throwing today out, or are you still going to try to be good?
No, try to be good.
More chips and salsa for us?
I know. Well, I'm trying this time around, I'm trying to be non-vocal, because I know in my head that I tend to be kind of vocal when I'm like, look at me, I'm getting in shape, and I feel like I talk about it a lot. Yeah. But legitimately going into this lunch, 10 chips is what I'm going to let myself have.
Okay.
I'm getting the
full ones.
I'm getting
big
the
ones.
fajitas, and I am just going to eat the meat and veggies on that. So I'm going to ask for them not to give me all the tortillas, sour cream, rice, beans, all that stuff.
You're going to be one of those fun people. Fun people order fajitas because they come to the table like,
that's the only part I care about.
What's that going to be? It's so great.
That's 0 calories.
And I've never
right
had
there.
them, but I always look at people that are ordering fajitas. I'm like, I'd like to party with them.
That's who I am today.
Yeah, that's you.
But at the end of the day, like, I would obviously rather go ham on the chips and dip.
Yeah.
We've literally for 2 weeks now had churros in our calendar to remind ourselves.
Because last time we went, we forgot to order the churros. We got to the movie and we're like, we didn't order churros because that's Betty Rocks and my favorite thing. And so this time she put a calendar reminder to at 12:15 order churros because we'll probably be making our order about that time.
Listen,
genius.
I could not get over the shame of my own self.
Yes.
It wasn't so much that I was mad at myself as I was disappointed.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't believe, and it didn't hit me until we were walking to the theater, that I was like, we never ordered the churros.
I don't feel complete. There's something not settled in my soul. And that was it, the churros.
I got through it, but barely.
So today redeems that.
Yeah, so we're going to rectify that. I'm trying to justify it like I'm bringing a bottle of water so I won't get a soda. But then I've got to watch the chip intake as well. Because last time I ate so many chips, man. And actually I beat you guys at the restaurant. I had 2 bowls before you got there. So yeah, it's bad. There was a shame spiral. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to doing the movie today. And then we're off tomorrow for Good Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to the Chris Tomlin Good Friday show.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard it's a great show.
It is. And it's great. It's a great Good Friday concert. My mom, will be, I haven't told her yet, but, my mom will be, so happy because my mom's coming into town. And my wife loves it. I would rather never go downtown if I don't have to.
It's a beast.
I would rather
never. Is it downtown? Because when I
Bridgestone.
went.
Yeah, it's at Bridgestone.
Oh, they moved it to the Bridgestone.
Yeah, it's gotten big. Yeah.
Stinks to be you.
I know. And then I saw when I got my tickets, I'm like, oh, $25 parking. I'll try that. Like Chris Tomlin parking. Maybe he parks your car. Who knows? And then it was sold out. Like nuts. But I think you can park at Music City Center for like 15, maybe 20 if there's spots. But getting out of there, I got to get my mom on it. Like when we get near the end,
Friday.
we are leaving. We are leaving now. Yes, I don't know how the altar call is going to shake out. Don't care. I'm saved. We are going, Mom. Let's go because it'll take us an hour to get out of the parking garage.
Wow. So you care more about the parking situation than people's souls?
You know what? That's the Lord dealing with them. I can't help.
You don't impact what someone else's salvation looks like that night. You 3 are set.
Yeah.
So get out of there.
Absolutely. I might pay more for parking that I know I can get out faster on. I hate paying for parking.
Well, try and park close to the exit too. Try and find your way to the closest.
Why couldn't you have just dropped your wife and your mom off? If they're the ones that wanted to go, you could just drop them off and pick them up.
You are so cute. You are so cute.
That's not possible.
It's not how it works.
This is where you're gonna find all these things out when you're in a really long-term relationship. No. This is there was no option of me not going.
Yeah.
It was because I floated that as a joke, and I watched how it didn't land, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going too. Yay! Just kidding, I'm going too.
Do you think if you weren't going that they would go?
No. Probably not.
Really?
Yeah, like
why?
I don't think Marty doesn't like to go downtown, and so she would see it as more of a headache and wouldn't go. But I'm going for my mom's sake. Like like my mom.
Not for
and
Marty so much.
No,
as
Marty
it?
too. Like both of them. Like they will enjoy it.
They're probably going saying, "We're doing it for him. He needs to hear
if
it."
they tell me that, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm like, we could have stayed at home. And it's bad to complain about going to like a great concert or whatever.
But yet here we are.
I know, but I hate going downtown that much. I don't like interacting with people. I don't mind interacting with like people that come up and say, "Oh, hey, you're Wally from the Wally Show," because I know that'll happen a bunch at a place like that. Because that's our world,
right?
But like, what I don't like,
what a burden.
Yes. Don't I know you
Weren't
from
you
a movie?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No, but like what I don't like is interacting with people like that drive me nuts. You you're downtown. It's all these bachelorette parties and drunk people and stuff. And so I just have like a sign on my forehead that's like, "Hey, say something dumb to me." It always happens.
Just
They're
block
probably like,
out.
"There's one of ours. Why don't we talk
I know.
to him?"
Oh, like the other day. Oh my gosh. So this lady's backing out. We're walking, and this lady's backing out of a parking spot. So we go up like in front of her, and then I realize she's gonna have a hard time making that turn. If we keep going, she's gonna have to wait longer. And so I just reach back behind me, and I just grab my wife. I hold my wife so she doesn't keep going, because I'm like, I'm gonna stop so she doesn't keep going. So I stop my wife to be kind to this lady, to let her go and drive. She gives me the hand. What? Like that, like where you throw your arm out, not the finger, but the hand, like, what? You're my way, what? I'm like, I was helping you out, and I'm like, I'm helping you.
I felt like that yesterday because I was trying to.
I yelled.
I was trying to get around a guy on 440 yesterday, and I am on 440, and I was going about 60, 5 miles over, which is crazy for me, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm going around trying to get over. This other guy whips from behind another car.
Yeah.
He's probably going like 75 to 80 on this road. You bad driver.
Yeah.
And then he gets in the other lane, passes me, honks, gets in front of me, throws up the bird.
Oh, come
and
on.
like I was on the phone with my
Not
wife.
necessary.
I was on the phone with my wife, and I was like, I think I'm the villain in this scenario.
Yeah.
I ruined his day by driving like a sane human being on this road.
Oh,
and
my
he is
word.
just infuriated that I ruined his little afternoon.
Yeah, and then you probably did the right thing by not following him and tailgating him.
Oh my
right?
word!
I definitely
So-
didn't throw one back.
If
Yeah.
we're if we're airing out dirty laundry, I'll tell you
good
something that I
stuff.
did. But he totally deserved it. So I was at a red light, and the traffic that I am facing, there is a lane that they are going to turn to their left.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cross
which is
traffic.
going to be my right. Yeah. But as they're turning on the road that they need to, there's doing some construction on that
Sure.
road. And so there's only one lane. So traffic is starting to back up.
I know
Okay.
what you mean.
So these people in this lane that want to turn, that are facing
They
me,
block the intersection.
they block the intersection.
You cannot do
Okay,
that.
okay.
Be better.
And I had already had to stay there over.
Missed a light.
Missed a light
Yep.
because
Yep.
listen,
light.
but listen, the woman in front of me that was in her little sedan, the traffic is already backing up. Well, she wants to get in the lane that you can clearly see is closed and
Yeah.
is going to have to merge into the one that's open.
Right.
But she waits and she waits at the light, blocks me from being
Right.
able to go when it's
Oh,
green.
my goodness.
She blocks me, and then at the last minute decides, "Oh, I'll go into this lane over here." And then I had to wait for another
Another light.
duration
Yeah.
of light.
Chivalry.
So, anyways,
Oh.
once it's my turn to go straight, there were cars that were already blocking
Yeah.
the intersection. I did not care. I took Jubal and I just gassed it, and we went straight, and I went as close as I could to that car that was
Nice.
blocking the intersection. And I just sat there and waited.
Oh.
And he was nervous.
Yeah.
He put it in reverse.
Oh, Betty.
He shouldn't have done that.
You're a
Like, you
Wow.
need to
gangster.
look before.
Yeah.
You need to look before you're going to just block an
I know.
intersection.
That's
I'm not going to
baller.
sit here and wait again.
It's
I know.
Are
people
you
thinking
kidding
they're the
me?
most important
Yes.
person in
when
that
we
scenario.
all know we are.
That's
you know?
right.
No,
Like,
I didn't say that. I was just saying anyone in my situation would have done the same, except for my mom.
yeah.
And
it's-
Gavin.
Yeah.
Or your mom,
Or
Wally.
a pastor or a good person.
No,
or,
I don't know. Even a
Joy,
pastor might be like, "Listen,
Jeff.
I got things to do."
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Like when I verbally yelled, I was with my wife, and I'm like, I'm sorry, bit of an overreaction.
It's just hard.
Surprised you can see it.
I think it's hard because, again, you don't know what the other person's going through in a moment. The guy who passed me the other day, like he was, I don't care. But like, it's hard when you don't know what they're going through.
It's tough being a tool shed.
We all have our Blue Ridge barbecue guy. Is really what we're finding out.
No, you're right.
Yeah, we all have it. We like to judge me for it, but we all have it.
You're so right about that.
You know what? This isn't a McDonald's, dude.
Yeah, they got their act together and actually serve people food. Oh, so good.
Life is great.
I need to go back there.
You know what? It's good
Blue
that
Ridge?
Today is Friday.
Yes, for us it is Friday.
And we've got some weekend plans to cover. Do you have a story that you needed to cover, or are we going straight to the weekend plan? Fantastic. Here we go.
Oh.
Weekend plans. Everyone's got them weekend plans. All right, like Wally said, today we are going to go see a movie, and I'm going to count the times that Gavin goes to the bathroom.
Yeah. He said he's dehydrating.
The record so far is 4, but I hate that he's dehydrating himself due to us and our bullying, because it's not so much bullying as I see it as camaraderie, okay?
Yeah.
So if you get
most people being bullied feel the same thing.
But anyways, we're going to go see an action film. Marty's coming to join us. We're going to Chewy's, but she doesn't like Chewy's.
Is
so
she joining for Chewy's?
I think so.
She's just going to order the
chicken tenders.
She's getting she's not getting any protein. She's doing the Churros. And then she's going to eat a bucket of popcorn at the theater.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
It's wild.
So what I'm doing for the weekend. Okay, so I am kind of in charge of my neighbor's dog for tonight and tomorrow morning.
Why is that?
Because she's going out of town for a really short trip. So she's leaving after work today and coming back tomorrow at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. But it's great. It's fine. I love this dog. I love to walk her dog. It's fantastic.
Is there a world where you ever walk her dog into your house with the boys, the cats, Rayford and Buford?
I don't think so.
Introduce them to them?
Have they seen a dog ever?
And just see what we're doing in
person?
I will keep the screens down, but the windows open, and they will see me walking this dog, or they'll see dogs walking in and out. Cool. But they know that there is that border there that they can't
I'd love
get
to
hurt,
see you walk that big dog in there and see what happens.
I wouldn't do that to myself. Anyway, so we're going to go for a long walk later, and then tomorrow I'm going to go and see my mom and dad, and we're going to go to the fish camp.
Again?
Yeah, again.
And then you're doing that for your birthday? You went last week. It feels like the place is closing, like you're trying to get as many times in as you can.
But you never know when your last day on earth might be, and so you got to live it up while you can.
That'd be so great. I hope this for you, not this weekend.
What, that I die?
Yes, at fish camp. Like not this weekend.
If I had to choose a place,
exactly,
I would choose there.
And like all of a sudden you pop up there and you got that little plastic napkin around your neck there, like,
ready to go.
What's up, man?
Ready to go.
Is there another location up here?
Yeah, he sets a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
That's it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go do that, and then we're gonna work on some party favors that me and my mom have been working on for my party.
Which is
my birthday party. Yes, it's coming up soon.
Couldn't think of what day it was.
And then I'm also going to go to Dutch Bros and get myself a peach tea that I'm so excited about. Love them. I have a friend that's getting baptized on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Adult friend?
Uh-huh. Oh. And then a party afterwards.
You say adult friend?
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
Because I mean, like so many times baptism, like you see it like in church and it's kids, and then like usually
adults aren't allowed.
No, usually most people got baptized. Like majority of people got baptized when they were younger. But no, I think it's cool when adults get baptized.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
You should get baptized again, obviously.
When are you going to Dutch Bros?
The water would bubble.
On Sunday, it's Easter Sunday. I am helping with the kids ministry, so thoughts and prayers appreciated. I will need them.
Gavin asked if we got Monday off. Because we get
my
Good
wife
Friday
does.
off. Because they have to work Sunday.
And my wife's working tomorrow.
But let's be honest, Gavin is working on Sunday too.
Yeah, because if your wife works,
if you have a spouse in ministry, you're working
I
too.
am, because our church is doing 3 services. I'm on the 8 o'clock service. I am a greeter and an usher for that service.
Oh, wow.
Haley's going to Nolansville, so I'm going to have Bennett. Bennett's going to be in daycare for the 8 o'clock. Finish that service. And then I'm going to try and get out to Nolansville for we'll do a 10-something whatever service.
Oh, wow.
So I can be there with Haley.
Okay.
For that one with Bennett, who will go to another little baby service for people. So, it's
a busy Sunday.
It's a little bit of a Sunday. And then, should I just keep going here?
Keep going. You're on a roll.
I have torn that one up. But I'll start forward or backward and go forward and go backward. Okay. I'm having a good day, guys. Okay. I think, so then we put it out for our small group that we would host an Easter meal, kind of Thanksgiving-esque 3-4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
No one's responded to that.
Oh, no.
So
Awkward.
I was telling, and I've told Haley this, I told Betty this. I'm in a bit of an initiation burnout phase right now, where like after this, I'm just gonna take a break from. We host a small group, so that's there. But I think I'm going to take a little bit of time off from initiating with everyone.
Oh, I get that.
So, but if someone wants to come for that, they can. If not, Haley and I'll go to like Olive Garden.
Yeah,
nice.
So much easier.
It's so much easier. I don't really want to cook a ton of food.
Yeah, we're doing an Easter meal, but it's going to be just Marty, myself, and my mom.
Yeah, it's simple.
We had some friends, and we're like, oh, you guys going to come over for Easter? And they're like, oh, we got to go out of town. And so, I was like, okay, right. It's just the three of us. So, yeah, it'll be a small ham, couple sides.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Wow, and you've heard how Gavin and I are volunteering at our church and really giving more than we are taking.
Let me just tell you this. You guys are amazing.
That's right. You always need a cheerleader.
Yeah, you guys.
Faith leader.
I am going to be sitting there and having like, dadgummit, I could have gotten another crown if I'd just given up my Sundays every Sunday. Don't care.
Oh my goodness! Wow, tyrannical.
Well, when you
here.
think about it, though, honestly, like when you think about it,
is this like serious?
Oh yeah, now we're getting on it. Now we're gonna.
We were doing weekend plans.
I know.
Keeping it light. Why do we always have to go serious?
Because when you think about it, like
that wasn't answering the question.
I know.
Keep going.
When you think about it, why is this whole thing? Deny yourself your whole life. Deny. No riches, just deny. And then you get to heaven, and it's like, oh, here we are. Now you get jewels and things like that.
I don't think that's what it is.
Like,
though.
well, I think that's a metaphor, because I don't think everyone's gonna be like up there with their crowns and stuff like that. I think it's a metaphor.
Because that's too worldly.
Right. That's my point.
That's all metaphor.
But I think they were trying to explain a difficult concept at a time by ways that people could understand.
Yeah, there aren't tiers in heaven. There aren't like this good, this good, this good, and now the best of the best.
Right.
Y'all get this.
Exactly, and that's what I'm betting on. That's exactly what I'm betting on. Is that
and that's why you're not serving on Sundays.
It's not a tier system. It's going to be fine. You and I are going to have the same situation in heaven, and you gave up every Sunday. I did not. I gave up every Sunday for a lot of years.
Yeah.
I volunteered at my church. I was super involved. I knew way too much about what went on at my church.
It can impact
and like I had to step back away from it. Not at the one I'm going to now. And there's times I feel guilty about not serving enough. So I just tithe.
Would that be the Holy Spirit?
I just tithe more.
At the end of the day,
complain
do you
more,
think the church
more.
needs your service or your money more?
They got plenty of people that are in that phase of their life, and it's good. They're not hurting, and they can use my money.
You work a lot too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you do 40 and go.
I appreciate you enabling me right now.
You go hard all throughout the week serving the Lord through this job.
Attaboy.
And then on Sunday, it's a morning for you to be in God's presence.
Master class on how to get me to like you better, Betty Rock, is what Gavin demonstrated.
You know how he just said earlier, Gavin, that Wally said gold in heaven, that makes no sense. Yeah. It's meaningless.
Yeah.
Winning Wally over, that's meaningless.
It's not true.
Because you'll lose him.
It gets me a crown in this
when
life.
You start,
yes, it does.
When you start giggling over a glitter pin again, you're going to lose him again.
No, but I'm making up for the fact that I called him a buffoon earlier when he showed me a TikTok of a tiger on a motorcycle.
That was actually very funny.
That was pretty good.
It's not a real tiger. I'm like, I know, dude. I'm saying, was it CGI? Like, was it AI?
Did you finish your weekend plans?
I did not. So on Saturday, we're going to Easter Jam with our son.
Nice.
Easter Jam?
It's just like our church's little...
helicopter egg drop.
We aren't doing that this year because last year our helicopter missed the small little area that they were dropping eggs.
Really? Because we're doing it at the main campus.
Sure. Because you guys probably have a situation like our drop zone was pretty small in a neighborhood last year. Down in Franklin, where all the money goes, is where all the it's dessert.
Wally's money, definitely.
Yeah, it's where it goes. It's where it comes from. Too.
Yeah, that's true.
7th wealthiest county in the country, so it makes sense. But you guys have a large zone. So
then you had like Easter eggs just out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
That's
my
funny.
buddy Dan got the opportunity to be the guy in the helicopter to
Oh,
drop them.
I would love that. I'd volunteer for that.
And then I'd volunteer for that. I guess they missed, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think that we're just
funny.
Probably volunteers are just going to get there
and just
throw a bunch of eggs all over the place. And then I think like Bennett's crawling pretty fast right now, so I think we'll put him on the ground and let him compete.
Churches that go overboard with all these antics to get people in, I always don't like. And like you spend a bunch of money on it. At least when I found out that the helicopter thing is a partnership with the sheriff's department and it's free, I'm like, okay, that's better.
Because you feel slightly bad if it's like we spend how much on a helicopter?
You'd spend over $2,000 an hour on a helicopter.
Yeah, like
they're expensive to fly. So bare minimum $2,000 an hour. So I mean, in that amount of time, you'd be paying a bunch for this egg thing, this outreach. So I'm glad we don't pay for it. We should do an Easter anvil drop. That'd be fun.
My word.
What do you see coming of that?
Press. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, press. Yeah, you hit one person, and all of a sudden you're in the news.
Oh, my word.
Let me see. What am I doing?
What are you doing other than Good Friday tomorrow?
Yeah, Good Friday tomorrow night.
Go to.
I know. Then church on Sunday night. My Easter's ruined.
Saturday night.
Sorry.
Word.
And then Sunday, because I don't like Easter on Sunday night, or Saturday night. I just don't. But it is what it is. And so Sunday will be nice because I'll have Sunday off, and we'll just. Weekend. I know it's horrible, and we'll just. I'm better than Jesus is. That's for sure.
Goodness. No, he was taking a nap during this whole thing.
Oh yeah, like
what
those
do you think? He's
in
heaven. His Easter's fine.
Yeah, now, but his first
Back
Easter.
in the day.
Well, his Good
first
Friday.
Easter was horrible.
His first Good Friday was a bad Friday.
Yeah, it was not. That's a bad day for him. You know.
But heaven forbid you have to fight the traffic.
Exactly. I know. We whine so much.
Like this is my nail right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Lord.
My thorn in my side.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this crown of thorns in my car.
That's true. All right. Well, made me
what are
feel
you doing
bad
Sunday?
Just hanging out at the house with my mom. I might try to go out to the lake a little bit this week.
Maybe your mom can come with you.
Yeah, what's the temperature?
She's wanted to go.
Days?
I don't know. It's still going to be cold.
I know.
The water's still cold. We haven't had enough hot
perfect
days.
golf weather, but it's not.
It's not the best water sports weather. But
85 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, it's great. That'll feel good when you're not in the water.
Yeah.
In the water will be cold. But all right, well, that's going to have to do it for our Aftercast for today. Remember, no Aftercast tomorrow, and we will see you guys on Monday. And happy Easter, and thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.